All right, we're here with head coach Khettry after Stetson's 3-0 win over ETSU on Sunday. Coach, big weekend, 2 wins. Talk about what the team's feeling right now.
I think they should feel great. I'm really, really proud of the effort we put in as a group today. We talked about pregame that, we feel like as a staff we've done everything we possibly can to get them to where we are right now, and that they have to start taking the next steps. And, we just talked about the things that we can do and do well, and what we had to do today. And they've been fantastic. They're a group that anything we try to implement makes sense to them. They are great learners. They try really hard to pick things up quickly. And today was, I think, just a fantastic performance in terms of here's what we need to do, here's how we need to play, and they went out and executed it. And that's just, as a coach, what more can you ask for?
You talked about how these last 4 games are 4 of the top teams in the league, and you guys come out here and just put out a dominating performance. I think it's a very good ETSU team. Talk about what some of the things the other team did to get that victory.
Well, I think, we were very committed to, getting their eyes down, putting them under pressure, and then, just making sure that we could play to feet and play at a high tempo, 1 and 2 touch. The warm-up was fantastic. When I walked into the locker room, there was no music blaring. They were focused. They looked me in the eye. I could just tell that they were in the zone, but, we executed. And the big thing is that we just created chance after chance. And, Duda scoring a great first goal, on a cross from Alyssa, Paige ripping off their back and getting her head up and putting a ball right on Duda's head for the second. And, the third one, Duda is once again responsible. She lays a perfect ball back for Mara, who, strokes it in from the top of the box. So, we've been concentrating on our forwards taking responsibility, and, since then, we've scored 12 or 13 goals. And, once again, I come back to them and their training attitude and their ability to accept challenges. And, my goodness, they've put into effect everything that we've tried to get them to learn here in the last 2 weeks.
Talked about the offense, 7 goals on the weekend, but also only 1 goal given up. Talk about what the back line and Victoria and goal have done to be able to keep you guys in these games.
I thought the back 4 was fantastic today. I thought Danny played really well. I thought Keish was great. I thought Autumn stepped in. Alyssa Sweat played in the back. Bree came in and gave us quality minutes and was a shutdown defender. Listen, if you look at the top 4 teams in any conference, or the top 2 or 3, those are teams that allow very few goals. And so the challenge becomes, we can't just win 4-1 or, 4-3 or 4-2 or, whatever. We have to start shutting people out. And that's just going to be vital down the stretch. If we're fortunate enough to make it to the ASUN tournament, we get into a tournament format. I mean, 1 goal is usually what separates teams at the top and in competitive situations. So, they just, listen, they played hard. They kept their shape. They did a great job communicating. They found people early. They just made it simple, for Vic. And, Vic had to make a save or 2, and, she was up to the task.
Finally, going into the last couple of weeks here of the regular season, talk about how tough those last few games are going to be and what this team needs to do to keep where they are.
Well, I think we just have to continue to improve. I told them afterwards, you can enjoy today. I want you to enjoy today, but the most important day becomes Tuesday. Because, if you're going to be a team that is consistently in an ASUN tournament, is a team that wants to compete for championships, it's how you train. So the most important day for us is Tuesday. We have to come out and train like we belong. And then when Tuesday's over, we have to train on Wednesday like we belong, and then Thursday. And, games tend to take care of themselves, but, I think they're starting to figure out we're not playing against other teams. We're competing against ourselves. We have to get better every single time we step onto the field. The other thing that I would tell you is that I really feel like I have a group of players who are united and playing hard for one another. And that's the other piece that we talked about, is that, defending is a thankless job. I know this as a defender. You defend for other people, and that's about giving. And you can't be a good team unless you play for one another. And, that's what we tried to do today. And I was really, really proud. It's been a while since I've felt this kind of pride in a group of players, and today was one of those days.
Thank you.
My pleasure.